anyways, thinking of another way to go about it, let's try custom from examples. Let's do that, especially when we just have 3 values to extract. So let's just go to custom from examples and see if we'll get it done with that. So from here, it's just going to be the F, right? Just want the F here, the M and F, right? Then the rest, we just want it to be null values, nothing more. No. Where is it now? Okay, from here. So we just want the rest of the values to be null. Yeah, so they are all null now. Let's see if it has not affected the gender. Okay, it is good now. So I think we already achieved what we want to do. Since that one is doing strong head, doing shakara, just go with this. So okay, then let's merge this to the gender, right? To the actual gender. So I've selected that, and I'll go and select gender again. Where's the real gender here? This is the real gender. So control select. Let me see if I selected the right one again. Yeah, control select, then merge it together. Merge columns. I will rename it to gender again. Gender. Click on OK. So they have been successfully merged together. And let's go on. Let's get rid of this. We are done with this column, right? So remove this column, then go on to the next. So I think we have the same issue here as well. So let's just first off, let me change. You will see that some have small letter F. So we are just going to change the small letter F to capital letter F before we go ahead to do what we want to do. So let me just we're just going to replace values, right? Replace values. Let me see if I didn't select any filter. Okay, so replace values, then replace F with F, capital letter F. Okay, so that we can have that fixed first. So again, we would need to split test columns because we have some values here that we don't want. We have some numbers here. So I'm just going to right click, then split to column by delimiter. I'll just use the space so that the rightmost, right, so that the number can be separated from the letter. So we click on OK, and we have it separated. So what do we do now? This is the age, right? So we are just going to merge this back to the age. Oh, data cleaning is such a, should I say, rigorous process. I mean, you just have to keep, you can do the same thing over and over again just to make sure it is perfectly clean, and it takes a lot of time to get done because you have to be very careful so you don't lose any tangible data. So that's the age, right? Let's go and merge this back to the age column here. So control select, then merge the column, then we are going to replace this with age, right? So just say age, click on OK. Okay, yes. So we have the age now. It's looking a bit good. So this one has 22. I don't know where this came from. This should be from when we merge it together. So let's see where the problem is. Let me see if we still have that 22 or it came from merging. I think it did. So there's a clash between two ages. I think that's what happened. That's what happened rather. And there's a clash. So I think a particular column is said to have 2 ages, right? So what we are going to do is to actually get rid of one, or we ask our data provider that what's the actual age of this person, right? What's the actual age of this person? Then we get the information that we need. But now that the data provider is ChatGPT, if we ask ChatGPT now, it'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't provide So this is age, right? Okay, So where's that one that was yes, 2 4 2 2 2. So let's just pick one. Let's just say replace this value. Let's select the value, then replace this value with 24. Let's pick the first one, 24. Okay, so that is that. All right, so let's move on. So we have this now, and then this also has the same issue that we had the last time, right? So this also has the same issue. So let's try using custom from examples, right? Or column from examples. So let's see if we would get what we want. So what I want to do is I want to extract the one with the highest number of values. That's the F and M. I'll extract those ones first, then make sure the numbers are null values, right? So F, this, then I want this to be null. I want every number to be null. Yes, I want every number to be null. And then the others should be the same way that they are. So I think it has exhibited the example already. It has. So we'll just click on OK. Then we'll merge it back. We'll merge this back to the gender. So let me see. Yes, perfect. This is what we want. So we are just going to say we'll select this, then we'll go to gender, right? Where's the actual gender? This is the real gender, Abby. This is the real gender. Yes. So is it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So where's the gender? We select this gender, control select, right click. Then we are going to merge the columns together. Then I'm going to rename it to gender. Click on OK. Yep. Yes, that's good now. That's good. So let's move on. We are getting there. We're getting there. So we already extracted the gender from this, right? So what I want to do now is that I need the ages of these people extracted, right? So let me see if there is nothing from this row here concerning the age. So we don't have their ages yet. So we need to extract the age. So what we are going to do is let's use conditional column. So we are going to say if you are starting with M or N or F, then no. But if not, then give me the numbers. That's what we are going to be doing. So custom.1, then what's the name again? What's the name of the column? Gender.1. So gender.1. So if gender.1 contains F, then give me null, capital letter F, then give me null. If it also contains M, then give me what? Null as well. Else just give me what we have in the value in the column, right? So just give me what we have in the column. Then you click on OK. Okay. So what do we have here? Let's see. So we should have the numbers now. Then if we don't, we'll just use, we don't have the numbers. I don't know why. It's not even giving error or anything. It's not giving error. Or did we do something wrong? Did I do actually? You see, people are not doing it with me. It's just me here. So I say if it contains F, then give me null. If it contains M, then give me null. Else give me the gender.1. So it's supposed to give me the numbers that I have there. I don't know why it's not giving me the numbers. It's not. This is supposed to be. It's supposed to give me the numbers. Let me see again. No, it's not. Anyways, let me delete that step and use let me use custom examples again, right? So I'm just going to right click and add columns, add custom from examples. Then I'm going to select what I want to do, what I want to select from it. Yep. So from here I'm going to say null here. Oops. Null here, null here, null here, null here. I'm just trying to train it well so it can understand what I want it to do. Then 18, right? No, this should be 18. This should be 18. Nah, this should be 18. It should be 25. This should be 25. Then this should be 25 as well. Then the rest should be null. Yeah, the rest should be null. Yes, exactly what we want. So okay, then since I have the gender extracted or the age extracted, I'm just going to merge this back to the actual age, right? So I've selected that, then I'll go back to select the age of the student here. So control select, right click, then merge columns. So already this data is actually there, so that's why we spent so much time on it. Age, click on OK. Then we have the age, then we have the age, then we have the age. Almost completed. So let's move on. So moving on, what is the next thing to do? We are going to get rid of this because we are done with this column, right? So we just remove this. Then we have this here. We have 4 here, which is not supposed to be there. So we are just going to get rid of this 4. We replace it with nothing. Okay, so we just have the courses here. So let's see if we have any extra rubbish attached to the courses. No, we don't. So let's just take this and add it to this, right? So we just select this, go here, control select, then we merge them together, merge columns together, and we just type in the course, right? Click on OK. So we should have it merged together. Yes, we do. Don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, so our data is getting cleaner, right? Now this is the total payment that needs to be merged with this, but there's a problem with it, right? This is because they have different what's it called? They have different units. Is it unit for currency? Okay, it should be currency now. They have different currencies. It's not units because you are not doing physics. So this one now the company is actually a Nigerian company, right? Delmich is a Nigerian company, and their total payment should be in what? In naira, not dollars, not pound sterling. So we need everything to be in the same format, which is naira. Now this one that has question mark is actually in naira. I don't know why it's changed to question mark. I don't know what happened, but I know for a fact that they are naira, so they are actually the way we want it to be. All we have to do is just get rid of the question mark that it has, right? But before then, let us take care of this. This has to be in naira. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting rid of that dollar sign so that I can convert it to number and then multiply it by the value that will give me the currency in naira, right? So I'm going to replace the values. I'm going to replace the dollar sign with nothing, right? So that I can have it perfectly set, right? So I have it now. So I'm going to now convert the data type back to numbers so that I can be able to perform I've forgotten. Is it arithmetic something? Anyways, so I'm converting it to whole number, right? Yes. So they are numbers now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to multiply this by, how much is dollar now? By is it 900 naira or 7? Okay, according to Google, 765.31 naira. $1 is 760 according to Google. So I'm going to go ahead to transform, then I'll go to standard, then I would multiply this by what? 765.31. Click on OK and let's see what happens. So it has been multiplied by 7.735.39. So this is now in naira. So I'm just going to put naira in brackets here so that we would know that this is actually in naira. So this column is cleaned to an extent now. Now let's go back to this. The ones that already have naira, we are going to extract them first, right? We extract them, then once we do that, would now face the pound sterling, Abby. So what I'm going to do doing is I'm also going to replace this question mark with nothing, so that I can extract only the values that have nothing before them, right? So I'm going to say, I'm going to replace the values now. Right click, replace values. So I'm going to be replacing question mark with, so there's a space before the question mark, if you'd notice, then there's a question mark. So replace it with nothing, right? So that it can be in the format that we want it to be. Can you see? So they are actually perfect. We don't need to convert it to anything because it's actually what we want. But we also have this pound sterling and we need to convert them. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to extract the pound sterling first, convert it to number, then multiply it by the value that would convert it to naira for me. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm also going to be using custom column, right? Custom column. Then I'm going to be saying, no, not custom column, conditional column. Conditional column. So I'm going to be saying if it begins with euro, then extract it for me. But if it is not, then leave it, right? So I'm going to be saying, what's the name of the column now? Total payments. So I'm going to be saying if total payments begins with pound sterling sign, then what? Give me the column, right? Then give me the column. Then give me the column. What's the column name again? Total payments. Else give me a null value, right? Let's click on OK and let's see what happens. Yes, we have it here now. Can you see? So we have that extracted. We have only this extracted. So we can deal with this first and then go back to deal with the rest. So I'm going to replace pound sterling with nothing, so we can be able to multiply it by what we want to multiply it by. So this is going to be replace euro, sorry, not dollar, replace euro with nothing. Click on OK. Then I'm going to change the data type to number, right, so that I can perform an arithmetic expression. Yes, so transform data type to whole number. So we have it there now. Then I'm going to be saying, now what I need you to do is to multiply this by what? So according to Google, pound sterling, 1 pound sterling is equals to 928. Multiply it by 928.04, yes. Okay, so let's see what happens. So it should convert it to naira for us now. So this is what we need in naira. This is the amount that we need in naira. Are they all the same values? Okay, yes they are. So we are going to take this and merge it with this because it's already in the format that we want, right? So I've selected that. Then I'll select this to control select. Now if you have any other way at which we need to go about each of these steps that I'm taking, if there's another simpler way or there's another better way to go about it, please drop it in the comments so that we can all learn from it, right? So I'm going to be merging that with this merge columns. Then I'm going to be saying this is the total payments, right? This is the actual total payments. So it will be merged together. Exactly, perfect. That's what we want. Now let's see, we have the total payments. Is this the actual one? No, this is not the actual one. This is the actual total payments, and we have this as well. Now remember that this is the one that I said is actually in naira already, and we don't need to convert, but it has these values here. So we want to get rid of these values here so that we can take this and put this here, right? So what should I use to do that? Let's do custom from examples. Let's do custom from examples. So we are going to say add column, custom from examples, right? From examples. So I want to train it so that it can identify what I want it to do. So the column is the total payment, right? It is here. So this is the column. So I'm saying If it is this, then give me this 20,000. Give me 20,000. Give me 30,000. Give me everything, but don't give me this. I want this to be null. I want this to be null. I want this to be null. Yes, I want this to be null. But I want the rest to give me what I actually want, which is the money, the value that has that is in Naira already. So look at it, that's been trained now. So I think we have achieved what we want to achieve. Yes, this is null now, and those ones are returned. So we click on OK so that we can have what we want to have. Let's see if we do. Yes, we do. Why not? It's Power Query now. Very, very powerful. Get power. So let's merge this back to that, right? Let's merge this back to the actual total payment. This is the actual total payment, right? So I'm going to click Control, select this, right click, and what do I want to do? Okay, merge columns. Yes, merge columns, then total payments, right? Payments with no S, total payment, right? What is this? What is this? What is this? No way, this is not what we are doing. What happened? Do we have it there already? Let me see. Oh, this is the wrong one. This is the one that we extracted it from, right? So let me delete this first so that it won't confuse me again. Let me delete this. So let me merge this to this. This is the one we are merging it with, this and this. So I'll select this, then come here, Control select, right click, then merge columns. So it has been merged. It has not been merged here. Total payments. So okay, yes, so we have what we want to have. We do, don't we? Okay, so moving on, let's see what happens. So now what is here? Do we have any other value here? Let's see what we have here in this custom. No, it's just basically no sales. So let's just delete this. So let's get rid of this. Now we don't have any extra. Our data is looking not very clean, but it's looking clean, small, right? It's looking clean, small. Now let's go ahead. What else do we have? I think we have enrollment dates here, enrollment, and then another enrollment date here. So we have enrollment date here, then we also have enrollment date here. So I'm going to be merging this enrollment date and this enrollment date together. So this is already date, is already in the date format, but this is not in the date format. Let me see if we can convert this to date format. So it's in the text format. So let's convert it to the date format. So we already have it in the date format, but it has some errors. Let me see what is the cause of that error. I think it's the null values. Okay, it's the NA. So let me just replace NA with nothing, right? So it's not going to give us any unusual NA. Replace with nothing. Click on OK, right? So that we can have only null values here. So let's convert this back to dates, right? Before we merge together. So we have only null values now, not NA. So let's merge this date with this date. So I'll select that, then I'll come here, click Control select, right click, then what do I want to do? Merge columns, right? Merge columns, then I would rename it to enrollment dates. Enrollment dates. Click on OK, then they will be merged together. Oh my god, look at that data. Everything is already looking a bit clean. So now there is a problem. We have some null names here, and where are they? We'll go back to our Excel sheet to check, but before then, so I'm just going to change this to the whole number format, right? Then I'm going to okay, yes, whole number. So this is the total payment in Naira, right? So student ID, first name, last name, age, gender, course, enrollment date, then total payments in Naira. In Naira, right? So our data is already looking clean. I mean, it's looking clean, although we still have a bit of cleaning to do. But I really want to know what happened to these columns here. So let me check the what's it called, the data. So we have column ID what? Column ID 120, 122 to 124. Their names are missing. 120, 122 to 124, right? So this is 120. 120 does not have a first name. 122 to 124 does not even have a name. So we are on the right track. We didn't lose any data. We didn't lose any data. So they are actually not available. And let's ask we cannot ask actually. So we're just going to leave it like that. Or we just get rid of the one that the null values here. But if you get rid of the null values here, it will affect Ayodele that has a first name, right? It will affect Ayodele, it will affect Leke that has a last name. Then yes, so we'll just probably leave it that way. Yeah, and there are some courses that are also not available. They are not actually available. Let's confirm from the, so let's check Leke's course. Leke, okay, maybe Leke did not actually enroll for the course, but there's an amount attached to it. I don't know why Leke does not have enough information. So let's see if Leke does not have this is Leke, right? So Leke does not have a course. Yes, it does not. This is it. It does not have a course. So we're actually on the right track. Not like we lost data while we were cleaning. We didn't, because that is how the data is. So looking at this now, I think we've actually spent time to get this as cleaned as we can. So the only thing that is left to do is to check this. Now, some are not well spelt. Machine learning is not spelt well. It's spelt as machine learning. Then this is not also well spelt. So we're just going to work with this. Same with data analysis and web development. So I'm just going to replace, okay, I'm going to first of all trim it first. So I'm going to trim it first. Once I trim it, then I can. So I'll trim it, transform trim. Then once I trim it, then I would have less options. So I'm just going to check the filter to see what's wrong. So we have data analysis, we have data analytics. We have machine learning that is incorrectly spelt. We have web development that is not spelt well. Same with the rest of the web development. So I'm just going to replace values, right? So I'm going to replace data. I'm going to be replacing web development with web development. So then I'm also going to replace machine learning without G with machine learning, right? So machine learning will be replaced with machine learning. Yeah, so then some exhibited double G, so I'm just going to replace double G with G, double G with just one G, right? So that we can have that solved. Same with double T. I can see double T here too, so I would replace double T with T. If you have any simpler way to go about replacing more than one value, please just drop it in the comments, because I also want to learn that too. I've tried ways to get that ball. So click on OK. Then what other thing do we have to deal with? Let me see. So we have data analysis, data analytics, data science, machine learning, correctly spelled. So we have web development and web development. So we need to change web development and web development. So replace web develop. Okay, this one does not have M, or rather with, let me just copy this. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it here, then give it an O. So web development, right? So that is solved. Let me see again what else. So we just have this one that does not have M. That does not have M. So let me see about it here. This is it, that does not have N, right? Right. Okay, I saw it now. Where did you run to? Without an N, right? So let me just type it. I was thinking that I could just copy it from there. Not errors. Web development met. So web development met with web development, right? So let's look at it now. Let's look at it again. So MET, right? MET, web development. Replace values. Please, if you know the simplest way or a simpler way to go about it, web development, right, with development. Let's see if it has been solved. Yes, the stubborn one is gone. So I think we are good to go with this, and it's in the right data type. So let's change this data type to date. Should be date. Yeah. Yes, good. So that's what we want. Total payment is in Naira. In date, right? I said date. O number. ID. Let's see if there's any issue with either of the columns. Now let's check one after the other. So the student ID is good. Let's look at the first name. The first name is looking good as well. Yes. So there is this name Ogechi Chukwudi. Let me see what's happening with Ogechi Chukwudi. So let me just select Ogechi to see why it has two names together, right? Ogechi Chukwudi. So click on OK. Then I will look at what is happening. Ogechi Chukwudi. Then it has Ogundipe again Ogundipe. Let me look at the Excel. 217. I think Ogundipe is the wrong one there. 217, right? 217. Okay, this is not the right column to look at. 217 is actually Chukwudi. Then we now have Ogechi Ogundipe with no extra information. So Ogechi Ogundipe is the wrong one. Chukwudi is the right one. Same with Abubakar Okonkwo. These two are not supposed to be here because there is no other information attached to them. It's just these ones with informations. So let's go and take care of Ogundipe and the other unwanted. So I'm just going to clear this filter. Then I'm going to look at the column, which is Ogechi, right? So I think I should just sort. Let me just sort it so that I can be able to identify it. Sort in ascending order. Okay. So let me look for O, Ogundikpe. So the spaces are not making it. Let me just trim it first. The spaces are not making it give me what I want. So Ogundikpe, O. Why is it not sorting? It's not sorting well. Okay, this is Ogechi, right? This is Ogundikpe. So I want to get rid of Ogundikpe. So I'm going to replace Ogundikpe with nothing. I'm going to replace Ogundikpe with nothing. So that place will be empty. That cell will be empty. Then after I'm done with that, I will now split this so that Chukwudi can come to a new column, right? And I can now merge this Chukwudi and this together, this and this together, or the new column that I'll be getting with that. So I'm going to right click, then I will split column by delimiter, which is this space, then the rightmost delimiter. Then I'll click on OK, because this data has to be very cleaned for analysis. I mean, who would use a dirty data for analysis? Absolutely no one. So I think that one should be out now. So you can see that Abubakar, the second one, is also out. So we need to delete this too. We need to replace Okonko with nothing, because there is no information about Okonko. So maybe Okonko just registered his name and didn't get the course or not pay for it. So we have Ngozi and Chukwudi out of the game. So what do? We have to merge this and this together, right? So that we can have the real value that we want. So I'm just going to select this, then shift select this, then I'll just merge columns together. So that is the last name, right? Last name. So I'll click on OK, and let's see what happens. So we have Leke, we have them merged together. Can you see? So let me let me uncheck. Should I uncheck the blank cells? It won't. I don't think it will affect anything here. Yes, the blank cells for last name will not really affect the names. It's just going to affect the other enrollment date. So we don't actually need the blank cells that does not have any name at all. I mean, we don't need it for our analysis, right? So I'm just going to uncheck the last name that does not have any value, right? So we can only have that. So yes, this is what we want. So I'm just going to sort by the student ID, right, in ascending order. So this is what we want. This is from John Smith to so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to trim all the text values. I'm going to trim them to be on the safer side. I'm going to be trimming every single one of them, right? I'm going to trim this too, because they have to be sparkling clean, right? So this age, I'm going to change it to O number, right? So let me see if the age is sparkling clean. Let's see if there's no actual. So there's 78. Who is 78 year? Well, it's 78. Sorry. Well, a 78-year-old can actually enroll for a course. So what we are going to do about this age is to ask questions. We can't just assume that a 78-year-old cannot take the course. No. So we are not going to assume. We're just going to ask questions. So if the data provider says that, of course, they have older people enroll for their courses, then we are good to go. But if not, we have to find out the actual age of the person that has this age. But for now, we are not going to be doing that. We're just going to assume that there is a person that actually enrolled for the course, and the person is 78. So why not? So let's just leave it at that. The age is cleaned. Now let's trim the gender. Let's trim the gender. So transform and trim. Then I'm also going to change this to gender without the 1. So Control A. Then I'm going to gender. So that is cleaned. Then the course, let's trim it too, just to be certain that we have everything correctly. The dates, does not need trimming because it's actually a date, then the total payment. So what I want to do is that the costs that are null values, I want them to be actually seen as not available and not just null cells, so that we can just aid the analysis depending on what we want to find out. So I'm just going to replace the empty values with not available, right? Not available. So I'll click on OK, and okay, it didn't work because I said no. Okay, let's just leave it as empty. Let's see what will happen. So let's say not available. Not available. Yeah, it worked. So it didn't see it as null. So we're going to be doing the same for the age as well. Do we have null values in the age? I think we do. Yes, we do. So let's replace the null also with but if we do that, it might change this type to text. So let's just leave it like that. Then we don't need to do that to the name. The gender is cleaned, the cost is cleaned, the total payment is cleaned. We have cleaned the data. We have cleaned it. We have successfully cleaned this data. I mean, it took time. I mean, we had to think, but at the end of the day, the data is clean. So that brings me to the end of this video. If you watch this video to the end, then thank you. You are appreciated. So don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this, so that it will encourage me to also work on more projects and make videos of the project that I'm working on as well. So give this video a thumbs up, make sure you like the video, and share with your friends and everyone in the data space. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate you taking time to watch this video. So I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you. Bye.